I've always been a movie nut. I've seen a lot of films, and when I sat down to watch this movie, I wanted to include it in an episode of Insanity, but I had to watch it first. I'm watching it, I'm like, this is familiar. I know it is. I know it is. And when I watched it, it was like, I have to show this on Insanity. I started researching some backstory to the film so I could share some interesting tidbits of information with you, the viewers. And I realized that this has inspired many other stories and books and movies and films and television shows. The Most Dangerous Game has inspired many, including, of course, The Hunger Games. There was a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie that was quite popular. Not a huge fan, but The Hard Target, I believe it's called. It was released in the 90s, was inspired by The Most Dangerous Game. There was another one, Surviving the Game, I believe, starring Ice-T. That was based loosely off The Most Dangerous Game. Of course, it was adapted for some of the old-time radio dramas, and they did episodes on that, and it inspired, interestingly enough, some television shows. There were episodes of Gilligan's Island and Get Smart that were actually inspired by The Most Dangerous Games. Most recently, the show Supernatural had an episode inspired by it as well. And of course, you really got, you survived your place as a cult classic if you get a tribute paid to you in a Simpsons episode. One of the Simpsons Treehouse of Terrors did a bit based off of The Most Dangerous Game. So there was a lot of fiction inspired, but actually some non-fiction as well. There was a serial killer that operated in Alaska in the early 1980s by the name of Richard Hansen, and he was inspired by The Most Dangerous Game. He would kidnap women, drive them out to the Alaskan wilderness, and let them go. And then he would proceed to hunt them down, armed with nothing but a hunting knife and his Ruger mini rifle. And if you know anything about the Zodiac Killer case, you know that he wrote letters, ciphers to a 3-part cipher to the newspapers in the Bay Area. And in one of the letters, he actually he quotes The Most Dangerous Game. Man is the most dangerous animal of all to kill. So there was a little inspiration there, I guess, in the Zodiac Killer as well. But we won't know that for sure. But you really have achieved cult classic status if you're inspiring movies, other books, radio dramas, television shows, and real-life serial killers. You've really hit that cult classic status.